Sadekarlar stands out as one of the most anticipated Turkish dramas of the 2026 season, bringing together strong writing and emotionally complex storytelling. Developed by the same creative team behind Yargi, the series immediately attracted attention for its high expectations and compelling premise. The story revolves around Ertan, a principled lawyer, and Reyhan, a woman struggling to survive through deception. Their lives intersect in unexpected ways, creating a narrative driven by moral dilemmas and emotional tension. As the plot unfolds, the series explores the blurred line between truth and lies. Reyhan's survival tactics challenge the viewer's perception of right and wrong, while Ertan's sense of justice is constantly tested. One of the strongest aspects of Sadekarlar is its character-driven storytelling. Each decision made by the protagonist carries weight, influencing not only their own lives, but also the people around them. The show also reflects broader social realities, particularly poverty and inequality. Reyhan's circumstances highlight the harsh conditions that push individuals toward morally questionable choices. Visually, the series adopts a grounded and realistic style, focusing more on emotional authenticity than spectacle. This approach helps create a deeper connection between the audience and the characters. The performances are widely praised, especially for their subtlety. The actors manage to convey complex emotions without relying on exaggerated expressions, making the story feel more genuine. Dialogue plays a key role, often revealing hidden intentions and internal conflicts. Conversations are layered, allowing viewers to interpret meaning beyond what is explicitly said. The pacing is carefully balanced, alternating between intense dramatic moments and quieter scenes that allow character development to unfold naturally. In the end, Sadekarlar proves to be a standout drama of 2026, offering a compelling exploration of morality, survival, and human complexity. Esref Rüya continues to be one of the most talked-about Turkish series going into 2026, especially with its return to screens and ongoing storyline. The series follows Esref, a wealthy and somewhat reckless man whose life changes dramatically after encountering Nisan, a young musician who awakens emotions he had long suppressed. At its core, the show is about transformation through love. Esref's character evolves as he begins to question his past choices and redefine his priorities. Nisan, on the other hand, represents a different world, one driven by passion, creativity, and authenticity. Her influence on Esref creates a dynamic that fuels the emotional intensity of the series. The relationship between the two leads is not simple or idealized. Instead, it is filled with obstacles, misunderstandings, and emotional conflict that make it feel realistic. The series also explores themes of class differences and personal identity. The contrast between Esref's privileged life and Nisan's artistic struggles adds depth to their connection. Visually, Esref Rüya delivers elegant and polished scenes, often emphasizing emotional moments through lighting and composition. The chemistry between the lead actors is one of the show's biggest strengths, making their relationship believable and engaging for the audience. Music plays a central role, especially given Nisan's background as a musician. The soundtrack enhances the emotional tone and becomes an integral part of the storytelling. Fans have responded strongly to the series, particularly to its emotional storytelling and character development. Ultimately, Esref Rüya stands as a defining romantic drama of the 2026 season, combining passion, conflict, and personal growth. Masumiyet Müzesi, the Museum of Innocence, stands as one of the most ambitious and artistically significant Turkish television productions of 2026, bringing global attention to a deeply emotional and culturally rich narrative. Adapted from the acclaimed novel by Orhan Pamuk, the series represents a major collaboration with Netflix, signaling the growing international appeal of Turkish storytelling. Its scale, depth, and literary roots elevate it far beyond conventional romantic dramas. Set in Istanbul during the transformative decades of the 1970s and 1980s, the series captures a city caught between tradition and modernity. This historical backdrop is not merely decorative, but essential to the narrative, reflecting the internal conflicts of the characters and the societal pressures shaping their decisions. The atmosphere is immersive, with every detail carefully constructed to evoke a sense of time, place, and emotional resonance. At the center of the story is Kemal, a wealthy man whose life takes a dramatic turn when he falls deeply in love with Fusen, a distant relative from a more modest background. Their relationship begins with passion and curiosity, but quickly evolves into something far more complex and consuming. What initially appears to be a conventional love story gradually transforms into a profound exploration of obsession and memory. Kemal's emotional journey is the driving force of the series. His inability to move on from Fusen becomes both tragic and fascinating, as viewers witness how love can shift from a source of joy into an all-encompassing fixation. His character challenges the audience to question the boundaries between devotion and obsession, raising uncomfortable yet compelling questions. Fusen, on the other hand, is portrayed as a multidimensional character whose own desires and struggles are equally significant. She is not merely the object of Kemal's affection, but a person navigating her own path in a society filled with expectations and limitations. Her perspective adds depth and balance to the narrative. One of the most unique elements of the story is Kemal's creation of a museum dedicated to his love for Fusen. This symbolic act transforms personal memory into something tangible and public, blurring the line between private emotion and artistic expression. The concept of the museum becomes a powerful metaphor for how people preserve and reinterpret their past. The series also explores class differences with remarkable sensitivity. The contrast between Kemal's privileged lifestyle and Fusen's more modest circumstances highlights the social barriers that influence their relationship. These differences are not presented as simple obstacles, but as deeply ingrained realities that shape their identities. Visually, the production is expected to be stunning, with meticulous attention to period details. From costumes to interior design, every element contributes to a sense of authenticity that enhances the storytelling. The use of warm tones and carefully composed shots reinforces the nostalgic and melancholic mood of the series. The pacing of a narrative is intentionally slow and reflective, allowing viewers to fully absorb the emotional weight of each moment. Rather than relying on dramatic twists, the series builds its impact through subtle character development and a gradual unfolding of feelings. Music plays a crucial role in amplifying the emotional atmosphere. The soundtrack is likely to incorporate period-appropriate compositions alongside original pieces, creating a soundscape that deepens the viewer's connection to the story. Another remarkable aspect is how the series treats time. Years pass within the narrative, yet Kemal's feelings remain intensely present, illustrating how memory can defy the natural progression of life. This manipulation of time adds a philosophical dimension to the story. The adaptation also carries significant cultural importance, as it introduces a wider global audience to one of Turkey's most celebrated literary works. By translating the novel into a visual medium, the series opens new pathways for international appreciation of Turkish literature and storytelling. Critically, the project has generated high expectations due to its source material and production scale. Many see it as a defining moment for Turkish series on global platforms, potentially setting new standards for quality and narrative ambition. The emotional intensity of the story is likely to resonate deeply with audiences who appreciate character-driven narratives. It does not offer easy resolutions or idealized romance, but instead presents love in its most raw and complex form. The relationship between Kemal and Fusen evolves over time, reflecting not only their personal growth, but also the changing social landscape around them. This dynamic adds layers of realism and historical context to their story. As the narrative progresses, viewers are invited to reflect on their own experiences with love, loss, and memory. The series creates a deeply introspective viewing experience that lingers long after each episode ends. In the end, Masumiyet Musisi is more than just a love story. It is a meditation on the nature of human emotion, the passage of time, and the ways in which people hold onto the past. Its combination of literary depth, visual beauty, and emotional complexity ensures that it will be remembered as one of the most impactful Turkish series of 2026.